I'm Michael Hull. I'm the Chief Investment Strategist for Greenpoint Asset Management. Be prepared. Be prepared to know who's coming. Look at the book that's distributed to you. Make sure you understand the people that you're meeting with. Understand really everything about them. It's all in the book that Marcus Evans distributes to you. Memorize what you can and be prepared. This is our only activity at this point. This is our most effective way of building business. In fact, it's the only way we've chosen to do it. So for us, we tend to get very large investments from very few people. So we've been fortunate enough at these events to meet families that can really support the kind of work that we do and the funds that we offer. We've just started with Marcus Evans this year. We've been to 4 events. And we have 2 families in particular that are discussing investments into our funds. We have a trip to Latin America this following month to specifically discuss this with one of the families. Get a good night's sleep before the event. Arrive early. Participate in every networking activity that there is. Marcus Evans has been great about putting breaks throughout the event, dinners and cocktail events. It's a nice informal way to meet other people. The delegates I've found to be open and willing to speak about what they're looking for, and it's a very nice, friendly way to meet people. The way we do it is we have very good follow-up. So we'll email people almost, shortly after the event, and make phone calls to people that are most interested. We don't let anyone fall off our radar screen. And we just try to stay in front of the people that we've met. We do prioritize those that are truly interested as opposed to those that maybe had a passing interest. Maybe it wasn't what they were intending to be interested in, but we've been able to get quite a bit of interest from family offices and multifamily offices that were only looking for traditional investments that after meeting us thought, well, maybe an alternative investment would make sense. So we haven't placed those investments yet, but I think we're getting close with a couple of multifamily offices. It's impossible to get face-to-face meetings. Outside of Marcus Evans, it's impossible. There's do not call lists in the United States, there's restrictions, there's regulatory restrictions in meeting people. We thrive with meetings with private families, and they truly are impossible to meet. And Marcus Evans gives us an opportunity like I think that just doesn't exist anywhere else. We've evaluated a lot of events. I've spoken at events. We've attended conferences all over the world. Marcus Evans is the most efficient event because I know people have mentioned the term speed dating, but it's targeted, controlled meetings where we are one-on-one with a potential buyer of what we have to offer. Not every meeting is going to be successful, but if we can get, frankly, if we can get 1 out of 12 meetings that is meaningful, it more than covers the costs. And those relationships just grow and grow and grow. The most exciting story I have is from a Latin American family that not only liked what we offered, but has said when we come to Latin America, when we come to their country, they're going to introduce us to all the other wealthy families that they know because they were so excited about what we put together for them. So those are families that I didn't even meet at a Marcus Evans event, but wouldn't have had access to had I not met that one family. We have spent literally hundreds of thousands of dollars over the past few years on wasted events, wasted marketing opportunities, and bad follow-up. Some of it's our own fault, some of it was just the misperception of the value of an event. Our marketing at this point is solely through the Marcus Evans events. The cost is a fraction of what we get out of them. So Marcus Evans cold called us. It was called out of the blue from a Marcus Evans salesperson. We spent a fair amount of time going through the details of the events and learning about the events, Marcus Evans actually was gracious enough to bring us to an event so we could get a sense of what it was like. Now, we're American and we went to an event in the United States, and it was a good event, but we've chosen to participate in mostly European, Asian, or Latin American events. Not that the American event wasn't great, it's just that we think our market is outside the US, because we've just started doing the events. Now, we've done 4 events, but they've been in rapid succession. But in the sales process, where we are with the families that we've been speaking with, we are a year ahead of where we would otherwise be had it not been for this. I mean, it would take us more than a year to develop this relationship. And for this family, this Latin American family in particular, to be willing to introduce us to their friends, as well as far along as we are with them, for them placing money into our funds, we think a transaction is imminent. It should be within the next few months. This may seem expensive, but we think that the global contract is the most valuable thing that Marcus Evans offers. At the very least, don't do a single conference. Do multiple conferences. The first conference we went to was in Panama, and it was more for institutional investors. And we learned a lot at that conference. Most notably, we should work more with private wealth than institutions. So it was a great learning experience, and as part of the global contract, it didn't feel like a wasted experience. We did meet a couple of families at that conference that we saw at the second conference in Panama, and now we have opportunities with them, which I'm not sure we would have had we not gone to multiple conferences in Panama. So don't do a single conference. Do multiple conferences, and if you're offered a global contract, seriously consider it.